Hi everyone, good morning. It is like 6:40, so the sun is still coming up. John is still asleep in there. But I wanted to put my makeup on with y'all today. Hippo is saying hello. Um, so I know the lighting's not great, and I don't know, I have this tendency to not film or just in general. Oh, okay, I thought, sorry, Hippo was grabbing his bone, and I thought he was grabbing one of my eyeshadow palettes to chew on. But no, his bone, and that's allowed. I have this tendency to like to stop myself from doing something because it's not going to be perfect. Like, oh, can't wear that shirt because you don't have the perfect earrings to wear with it, or like on Instagram. I really like Instagram, but I'm like, I don't have a great camera. I use like my iPhone, it's an iPhone 7. Found that out. Didn't know. Um, but I don't let myself do something if I don't think it's going to be perfect. I don't want to stay in that habit. I think that's a bad habit, and it's not great. So I'm just going to film, and hopefully that's fine. It's fine with me. So today I wanted to talk about a new eyeshadow palette that draws my attention. And that's the Urban Decay Naked, what is it called? I don't have my phone with me. The Naked Violet? I want to say it's called the Naked Violet palette, but y'all know, the new purple one that just came out. I know it's in the Urban Decay Naked line. It draws my attention so much, and I've seen quite a few reviews on it, and I understand that Urban Decay is putting out, like, it's a naked palette, it's supposed to be not as pigmented, you're supposed to be able to create really neutral looks with it. I get that, I understand their reasoning behind it, but I think it's kind of crap, honest. Just like, if we're just being honest with each other, like, no, nobody wants to have lightly pigmented bright purple eyeshadows. No, nobody wants that. So I didn't want to buy it because of that, but also I have a lot of purple eyeshadows. I do have really dark eyes. They are a very deep brown, pretty much black, but they're not. They're brown. So I lost my train of thought. Sorry. So I like purple eyeshadows a lot. I think they're great, and they look good on my eyes. I think they look good on everybody's eyes, honestly. Maybe, yeah, I mean, I think they look good on anybody. So I wanted to go through my collection and pull out some purples. I'm not necessarily going to show you every purple eyeshadow in my collection this morning, but I was just going to put on a look that I feel like is inspired by that palette to prove to myself that I don't need it, and also to hopefully kind of remind y'all, and y'all can like go through your own collection and be like, okay, what do I have? So look at my mug. This is from Bradley's Customs on Etsy. This one's slightly blurry. I don't know. It doesn't look bad, but the bride part is slightly blurry compared to the name. So I told them that, and they sent us a new one. So we have a bride and a groom for me and John. And then we also have a mother of the groom, a mother of the bride, brother, sister, brother of the bride, and then a brother of the groom, and a sister of the groom. So we bought everybody these with their names on them, and I just love them. So yeah, Bradley's Customs on Etsy. I can link it down below if you're interested. They have a lot of things. But yeah, let's get into it. So first, I always like to prime my eyeshadow. I just do. Hang up, baby girl. You standing in the middle of all of my eyeshadow is not super helpful. So I think I'm going to use this, or Violet Sky. So this is a Mally shimmer stick, or shadow stick. That's what I'm trying to say. And I love a shadow stick. I really do. This palette has some purples. This is the Stila Eyes Are the Window Body Palette. I don't think this is great quality. I like this shade. I use this a lot, but a lot of them don't really blend out very well. But like I said, I mean, I can make them work. I have quite a few friends that have been getting into makeup recently, and I've given them some things, because it's like, I just have so much. Whoa. Ganga is knocking over my stuff. My dogs are being quite rambunctious this morning. I have so much stuff that I know I can't get through, and I definitely have some makeup where I can tell the quality has diminished over time. So I've been giving some stuff away. because I have a couple of friends that have gotten into it. My advisor's son is starting to get into makeup, and I told him, I told my advisor, I haven't talked to his son, and I was like, hey, if he knows what he wants, let me know, because I probably have it in tenfold, and I can definitely spare. You know, one of my friends was like, hey, do you have some blue eyeshadow? I'm like, girl, I got you. So yeah, that makes me feel pretty good that I can help some of my friends out and get a slightly more reasonable amount of makeup. Again, I don't want to be focused on the end goal. So I'm going to do that. I am going to do an inner corner highlight today. I didn't do one yesterday. First time in a very long time. And I kind of liked it, honestly. So this is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in Exit. It's just a white eyeliner. I want to be really clear that I'm going to tell y'all what I'm using just in case you happen to have it. But you don't have to use, if you really like what we come up with, which who knows what that's going to look like. If you like it, you don't have to use exactly what I'm using. You don't. Oh, gosh, we're looking great so far. But yeah, I like being able to help some of my friends. So I think I want a matte purple. Let me think. I've got this Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette, and it's got these, well, this is more pinky. Can we talk about my nail polish? I got this yesterday. I did a little Ulta haul, I'll show y'all. I went in because I don't have an acid right now. I really love lactic acid. I love the ordinary lactic acid, and it's $7. I've tried Good Jeans by Sunday Riley. It's amazing, but it's so expensive. I've tried the Makeup Revolution lactic acid as well, and it's okay, but I liked the ordinary better. But I went in for that, and I couldn't find any acid, but I did find this nail polish. It's by China Glaze, and it is called Turned Up Turquoise. It's coming more green on camera, but it's really like a neon-y turquoise shade, and I really liked it, and I don't have anything like it in my nail polish collection. I made sure, and then I got this Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Hair Serum because my hair, it's not naturally pink, and it's been kind of acting up lately and feeling really dry and gross. So I decided I would go ahead and buy that to hopefully help my hair. I know Alterna. Okay, I'm gonna use this Tarantino purple shade it's in the shade Ribbon. It's just one of their singles. But yeah, my hair's been gross, so I wanted to buy something to hopefully help that. I had like a debate in store. I try to be really mindful of my purchases, just because I think you should, both for my budgetary reasons and also environmentally. I try not to over-consume because it's just bad in every aspect. This is a crown brush that I got in like an Ipsy bag literally maybe like 5 years ago, but I use it every day. I'm gonna just go into the crease. I have pretty hooded eyes, so I try to work really tall because I find if I don't, like if I work more like in my exact crease, then you can't see anything I do. So I debated buying this specific hair oil for a while, but I haven't really found one that interested me, and I do think I need one. But I know that this is expensive, so if y'all have any hair oil suggestions, let me know. I usually look in the, what's it called? Like the ethnic hair care section, because my hair is super curly, because it's permed. And I find a lot of good things over in that section. That's usually what I use. I really like Carol's Daughter stuff, but it's expensive. Not as expensive as Alternative, but just like it's kind of expensive. And then Shea Moisture's pretty good. Those are both black-owned brands too. If you are trying to shop black-owned brands, they're widely available. I'm 99% sure. If somebody knows and I'm lying to y'all, please correct me, but I think they're black-owned brands. That's pretty. It's looking a little patchy. Let me see if I can do something about it. I'm just gonna keep putting some on until it stops looking patchy. But yeah, I know I've been wanting a hair oil, so I got that. And then I didn't need this nail polish, but I don't have very many summer shades of nail polish. And I've realized that when I've been trying to paint my nails, because last summer I was up at a field station all summer until the very end of August. And when I was up there, I chose not to paint my nails because I knew they would just get gross and really quickly, and I just didn't feel like it was a good use of my time in that area. Kanga, I need you to calm down. She's right here. She's crying because I'm not loving her. How dare I? I'm the worst mother ever. Okay, well, I mean, this is looking pretty good. I don't think there are very many mattes in that Urban Decay Naked palette. You know, it seems like there's like a bunch of browns or like neutral shades, like it's half neutral and then half sparkly purples. And there's that one really bright blue sparkle shade. I like that one a lot. That one draws my attention. I want to use something like that in my collection as an inner corner highlight. So we'll try to recreate that. So yeah, this is a lot of purple so far, but I'm liking it. I think that looks pretty good. It's looking a lot patchier on camera than I feel like it looks in person. I mean, I'm just gonna keep on going in. I don't feel like it looks that patchy in person. But I have noticed as my makeup ages, collectively ages, I would say, that patchiness, you know, even shades that I had that weren't patchy for at first are now pretty patchy. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna go into this shade. This is the Tarteist Pro. I'm gonna go into the shade Smoked. I think it's a little warm tone for what I usually use, but it's out. So I'm gonna try it. Let's see. This is just an angled brush from Eco Tools. I don't know. I always feel like I need more brushes. This just goes back, you know, I told y'all yesterday, I feel like one of the reasons why I have an issue with shopping is because I get so focused on the end goal. But I think what I didn't very clearly state is what that end goal is. And I have this, like, I think I would call it an obsession. I think that's the correct word for it. Of always having the exact perfect thing. It's like I was saying this morning, you know, having the perfect lighting before I can film, having all of the perfect accessories to use so I can do this look on Instagram. I like to do very, I like Disney bounding on Instagram. If you don't know what that is, it's like where people try to dress up like their favorite characters, but not just like in a like Halloween costume. So they wear outfits that you could wear just like every day, but they're inspired by their favorite Disney characters. I really like that. But sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I don't have, you know, this would be better if I had, like if I was gonna do a Jasmine look, because she was my favorite princess. Like, oh, well, if only I had a purse that had Raja's face on it and, you know, perfect Jasmine earrings and all this. And it's like, well, I don't. And so then I kind of stopped myself from doing it. And then, like I said, I don't have a great camera and all that. And so I just think I put up all these barriers because I always want to have the perfect thing. And so I buy all these things to get the perfect thing. And I think focusing on that means I'm not focusing on what I have. Can y'all see this like cute little bald patch? That's real nice. This eyeshadow's working fine. I know people get like real intense about eyebrows. I just don't get it. I mean, I guess I have naturally pretty thick eyebrows, and I lived through the 90s. I was born in 92. But I didn't like pluck my eyebrows to death in the 90s. So I have them, and I just like to deepen them up a bit. I still have that bald patch, don't I? I do. this spoolie came, I got this like little set. I got it on Amazon. But like I said, I really don't want to buy from Amazon. I'm not one of these people. I feel like it's really like in vogue right now to hate anybody that's rich. And I kind of get it. Especially when you consider some of the things that they could do with that money. Like literally end world hunger. Or make extraordinary strides in climate change. So I get it. I'm not gonna, you know, but that's just not necessarily how I feel, honestly. But I just think Jeff Bezos, in particular, is terrible. I think he doesn't do really great things to his workers. I think he has accrued a massive amount of money, which is cool. I mean, like, you know, he had an idea and went with it, and I guess you have to respect that. But I don't know. I just don't like him. So I try not to really support him specifically because I don't think he's great. I'm going to use this. I haven't used this in forever. I bought this NARS Duo one time. We were where were we? We were downtown Savannah. I think we were in Savannah. We might have been in Charleston. I can't remember. John and I. And I found this NARS Duo in the shade Kauai. And I think I've used it like once. Yeah. So I'm going to use this purple. I really bought it because I thought this green was really unique to my collection. Because I think I can justify buying certain things if they are, I don't know, maybe this is getting back to that always needing the perfect thing. But like if it's like, oh, that's unique and I don't have anything like it and I think I would wear it. Like I know yellow blushes kind of came into fashion for a bit. Like I just don't think I'd wear that, honestly. I really don't. So like I don't need that. But, oh, like if, like I didn't think I had shades that really did this. I think this purple shade is probably redundant in my collection. But I thought the green was pretty unique. I'm going to take this wispy brush. You see I've got some fallout. Just wisp it away. And like I said yesterday, I'm just not doing a full face of makeup because I'm wearing a face mask every day. Because you should. I'm telling you, being a scientist in this world in America, at this point, I'm so lucky in so many ways to get to do what I love and be funded for it and all of that. But some of these debates that are so anti what real science is showing is absurd and frustrating. And so I just can't, I try not to focus on it because it's one of those things you can't change, right? Like I feel like so many of these people, like I can show them, like here's the science that's been done. I've read these articles and not just one and not just like Googled it. Like I've read scientific journals about this topic, what we know so far. But even if I could show them 10 peer-reviewed studies that show, you know, similar results, I'd be like, no, I'm sorry. So I can't really control it. And so I'm trying not to focus on it because when I do, I just get really frustrated and bitter about it. Because it's like, you can't, science isn't something you can just choose to believe or not believe. That's not how it works. It's just, it's facts. Based on the available, it's the conclusions based on the available data at the time. I'm not going to use brown gel today because I have one, but it's almost gone. And I want to see if I really need to purchase another one or if I can go without it. I mean, I just think that this purple shade, it just looks really patchy and I don't really want that. I was telling my friend who, like I said, is starting to get into makeup, I was like, you know, blending just makes a huge difference. And like, even if you don't have like the highest quality makeup shadows and stuff, like if they blend well and you can spend the time blending, you can make a big difference. This is a Big Bang Beauty brush. They sent me some brushes and I like them. I think they're pretty, but they also work really well. They're really inexpensive. So I'm just gonna go back in with that same ribbon shade. That purple, that NARS purple looks really good. It's just kind of stark against this other purple. I feel like I just keep doing the same thing and it's not helping. Like, how long do you have? I don't feel like I have time to spend like 10 minutes blending out one shade. Who does? Really? That's just gonna have to be good enough. I don't think it's great. I mean, honestly, I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, oh wow, it's looking good. But this NARS shade, I think that's really pretty. Though it's not picking up super sparkly. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add some glitter to it. It looks a lot more sparkly in the pan. I have this Urban Decay Moondust palette. I'm gonna go into that purple glitter. It's called Magnetic. They don't sell this anymore. Most of the things I have, because I really like limited edition things, so a lot of what I have, they just don't sell anymore. But maybe you have it. And like I said, even if you don't have the exact same thing I'm using, you might have something extremely similar. That is really pretty. That adds some dimension to our look. Oh yeah. More glitter is better. Yes? We can all agree. I'm getting a lot of fallout. I probably should have put like a glitter glue under it. I don't think I have a glitter glue though. Can y'all see the difference between this eye and this eye? It's a lot glitterier, prettier. In my opinion, glitter is associated with pretty. Though again, glitter, terrible for the environment. I watch Lauren May Beauty, and she's on this like mission to get rid of all glitters in makeup, and you know, and she's been buying some biodegradable glitter, and I support it. And I don't know. I support it for sure, and I don't want necessarily to get rid of everything I have that's got glitter, because it's already been manufactured, and like just getting rid of it isn't really gonna, I mean, it's still already out in the world, but maybe, you know, when I start purchasing makeup again, I want to be mindful of that. All right, that's pretty. I'm gonna go back into that that Tarteist Pro palette and go into the shade Vintage just for a brow bone highlight. I like a matte brow bone highlight. I do not like. And what I do, because to kind of clean up the shape of my eyeshadow, I know people use tape. I don't use tape. I take a flat shader. I'm gonna go into the shade Classic, but I go into like a light shade that's pretty close to my skin tone, and I just kind of carve out the shape I want with a shadow. And that's how I clean it up. And I, you know, blend that shadow in, and I think it looks a lot less dark than the tape thing, and I'm not having to use tape every day on my skin. Yeah. There we go. That's what I do. Okay, so for my inner rim, I want to use this shade. This is from Annabelle, and it's in lavender, and it's their Waterline eyeliner. Annabelle is available, I think, only in Canada. I got it at Shoppers, because I went to Shoppers when I went to Canada with John. We went to Vancouver. And I just kind of was obsessed with Shoppers Drug Mart, like really obsessed with it. There we go. Okay, now for my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna use a Beauty Big Bang angled brush. Go back into that Tarantino ribbon shade. I'm getting a lot of kick up in the pan, just so you know. I don't think you can buy it even like on Holic and stuff. Like, I think it's just done now, but you know, you can always buy things on like Poshmark or Mercari. I like Mercari better than Poshmark personally. They just have more things that I'm interested in. They have a lot of Disney stuff. And you all know I love me some Disney stuff. I have so much glitter on my face. I don't know if you can see, but I do. Alright. But I mean, you'll see how well it's performing. I think it's kind of patchy. But I'm just going to go with it for today, honestly. I'm collecting data, and I see nobody but my advisor, who could not care less what kind of makeup I have on. And you know, I put on makeup for myself, really. So I think I'm gonna use this shade. It might be too dark. This is the Colourpop Super Shock in the shade Sugar. But I think it's gonna give me, I'm gonna use it as an inner corner highlight to mimic that really pretty blue shade in the palette. Oh, it is kind of dark, isn't it? That's okay. I know what we're gonna do with that. It's darker than I thought it was, but it's so pretty. I love this shade. And the Colourpop Super Shocks, like, they do dry out. I don't have that many. I think I have like 4. But they also, like, even after they're a little dried out, you can still use them. And like, you see, that applies very well. I'm gonna put some white sparkle over it though. Just to lighten it up, because it's a little dark for an inner corner highlight, for what I like personally. So I have this Mars shadow that I love. Here it is. It's in the shade Vanilla Frosting. It's just a sparkly white. The brush I'm using is the brush that came with the Urban Decay Electric palette. I like Urban Decay brushes that come with palettes. I use them often. So let me put this white over that to lighten it up a bit. That's closer. Maybe not the exact same shade. I'm not trying to necessarily, I've done videos talking about like why I'm not going to buy this palette and like what I have in my collection that's pretty much the same. And people are like, well, that's not an exact dupe. And that's accurate. I'm not trying to necessarily like exactly dupe out all the shades. It's just like, you know, is it close enough? That's the goal. Getting it close enough. I feel like my inner corner highlight is extra large today. Like I'm subconsciously taking, you know, compensating for the fact that I didn't have one on yesterday. But there we go. I mean, that's pretty. It's definitely a purple look that I created, that because I really do want that palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Vamp in the Tartist palette, which is just a super, super deep purple. I'm gonna use that as my liner, because like I said, I like a shadow liner instead of like a pen liner. Well, I mean, I'll do like a pen like for a wing, but like a pencil liner, I always get a gap between my lash line and where the liner is, and I don't like that. There we go. So, I asked y'all about hair oil, but if you also have any acid suggestions, especially ones that aren't like super expensive, let me know. I would be interested. I think I'm gonna buy There's a Cure one that's got glycolic and lactic acid that just came out. My Ulta was out of it, so I couldn't buy it yesterday. And I'm trying not to order things online because of all the waste it produces, the cardboard waste. And our recycling plant just said, hey, we're not accepting cardboard anymore. So, I'm trying not to do that. So this is the Dior Show mascara. It's just a little sample. It's one I have. Mascaras, I think I've said this like a million times on my channel, but just in case you're new here, mascaras do go bad, y'all, even before you open them. So don't hoard mascaras. Don't hoard anything. I really think, that's why I keep telling my friends that are getting into makeup, I'm like, y'all, word to the wise, like, you want to buy like a few palettes, great. I'm not going to tell you not to, but like, just be aware that like it's really easy to get sucked into it and then want everything, even though like you already have 6 copper shadows, but this copper shadow is slightly different in a swatch. Probably the exact same on the eyes, but it's definitely what I did. I got obsessed with having everything again. So, I'm working on it. If you have tips or channels, I really like Hannah Louise Poston. I just like her content. I like the way she speaks and I like what she talks about. But if y'all have other channel suggestions like that, let me know. Alright, let's see. So this is our Urban Decay inspired look. I think overall it's pretty good. Like I said, this shade is kind of patchy. But let's just pretend like it's not. Let's pretend like it's really well done. And again, I'm going to have a face mask on. So you're not going to be able to see anything else. But yeah, I think overall I'm happy with how that looks. So that's my eye look for today. And just chatting with y'all and trying to talk about how we don't need to buy everything just because it's new. This is Urban Decay Violet-esque. I might do some more looks based on that palette if y'all would like to see it. Anything you'd like to see, let me know. I did read some of y'all's comments. I haven't read them all yet. About still doing some project panning, just less intense. And I might do that once I start wearing a full face of makeup again. Because like I said, I'm only wearing eyeshadow right now. So I'm thinking about it. I'm debating. But for right now, I'm just wearing eyeshadow and I'm just going to enjoy my collection. And we'll see where that takes me. So I hope y'all have an excellent day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or anything at all, go ahead and leave those down below. And I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.